Hello everyone, my name is Miriam Jensen and I'm a licensed clinical marriage and family therapist and registered play therapist. Today I wanted to kind of talk about a very overlooked topic in general, but also in therapy. When I start with a family that is bringing their child here to see me, I always think about trust. Trust is a big part of therapy. It's a big part of life in general, but definitely a big part of therapy as well. And it always amazes me how someone who does not know me personally, maybe just heard about me or got to see my place somewhere or whatever it is that brought them to call me on the phone personally and ask me to see their children. It always amazes me how much they trust me, because that is a big responsibility, and I never take that lightly or easily. It's a huge responsibility, huge amount of trust that is put in me in that moment, moving forward. And it's beautiful. It always humbles me to be trusted to see children, to work with children, a very vulnerable group of individuals, especially when they are dealing with anxiety or any difficulties in their daily life. So that's a big trust there. The thing that amazes me the most, though, not just that, although this is big, the thing that amazes me the most is this family that is coming to therapy. They are going through a difficult time and they can't see the end of therapy. They can't see what is going to happen on that end of the big bump in the road. I know, because I have seen it time and time again. When someone graduates from therapy, the therapist knows that if the family and the child do the work and go through this process and get to heal or have a space being held for them to process through those big thoughts and feelings, and the therapist holding space for them to feel safe and heal whatever they have been going through internally, the therapist knows that this can happen, and there's hope at the end of that dark tunnel, like they say. That the family, on the other hand, does not know that. So the trust, that is what amazes me the most, the trust that they put in a therapist to help guide that process and go to the other side, is really immense. And I'm so grateful for it, for real, and I'm so humbled also by it every time it happens. Now, the other part about trust in our daily life that also makes me think so much, working with anxiety. Mainly, I work with anxiety in children. So I had a lot of experience in that part or that field in relation to anxiety. What really is surprising is that doubt is not the opposite of trust. Control is the opposite of trust. If you think about it, that anxiety that a person or a child is dealing with makes them want to control everything to be able to feel safe and not freak out all the time that something bad is going to happen. I want to control all the outcomes so that I know what to expect or how to do something a certain way, or it has to be that way or else something bad is going to happen. All of these thoughts, all of the control part, I hear it a lot with children, that significant need for control that is even like more than usual, I would say. when they control everything, or when they want to control everything, it's because they don't trust that something good is going to happen versus something bad is going to happen. And it's not that they are doubting, is that they know. It's not just about doubt, it's about control. So the opposite of trust is control. When we see that controlling behavior in our children, we know that, okay, there is trust that we need to build there. There is trust that the need is going to be met. There is trust that needs to be built that they can do something that is difficult. Trust in themselves, trust in others, and trust in situations, trust in safe people and safe places. Lots of work on trust. And I feel like this is the main work that an individual does in therapy. They first and foremost trust the therapist to guide them through that process, but they also are trusting themselves more and more day after day, and that leads to them trusting others that are trustworthy day after day. And the building of trust is what heals a lot of the trauma from the past or the anxiety from the past, because I can trust myself, others, safe people, safe situations that will not hurt me, and I can trust more. So I don't know, I had those thoughts about trust, and I wanted to share them with you all. I would love to hear from you if you have any comments or thoughts about what trust means to you, and if you agree, disagree, like if you have any more reflections on that topic. I would love to hear that, because I really am thinking so much about trust lately, and so much about control and the need for control secondary to anxiety. So I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening to my chatting and I would love to hear from you as well. Bye.